Hello, Namaste. Now let's talk about Unit 6 Geography 6 Standard 6 Chapter Major Landforms of the Earth. Within the Earth, are continuous movements is taking place. The first is internal process, which leads to upliftment and sinking of the Earth's surface at several places. And second process is external process. It is a continuous wearing down and rebuilding of the land surface. The wearing away of the earth's surface is called as an erosion. The surface is being lowered by the process of erosion and rebuilt by the process of deposition. That is opposite to the erosion and deposition. The surface is lowered by the process of the erosion means everything should lost and then also rebuilt through the process of the deposition. That's the nature. These two processes are carried out by running water, ice, wind. The different landforms depending on the elevation and slope are mountains, plateaus and plains. The mountains. A mountain is any natural elevation of the earth surface with a peak or a summit. In some mountains, there are permanently frozen rivers of the ice. They are called the glaciers. For example, Himalayas, they are full of the glaciers. Normally, Himalayas are also called as the abode of the snow. A continuous chain of mountains over a large area is called as an ranges. For example, ranges are the Himalayas in Asian continent is located in Nepal and Tibetan Autonomous Region. Then the Alps is located in Europe and the Andes that is in South America and Rocky is also in North America. They are the ranges because the continuous chain of mountains over a large area. There are three types of the mountains. This is very important. Fold mountains, black mountains and the volcanic mountains. The mountains are storers of the water because full of the boulders should be there inside the mountains and is also above that through the in the form of the glaciers also, and further they have forests which give as a fuel, fodder, shelter and other products. Plateau. A plateau is a flat topped tableland. It's an elevated flat land. The Deccan Plateau in India is one of the oldest plateau. The plateaus are useful as they are rich in the mineral deposits. Many plateaus have waterfalls and the lava plateaus have soil good for the cultivation. Normally plateaus are the volcanic in nature and also igneous type of the mountains because the volcanic in nature. Plains are low lying and flat stretches of the land. Plains may be extremely level, slightly rolling and undulating. Plains are very much fertile, is good for the cultivation, transport and habitation. For example, is the block soil in the Deccan Plateau and the Gangetic plains in alluvial soils and the coastal areas. Mixture of the alluvial soils and the black soil is very good for the cultivation. Landforms and the people. Human settlements are dependent upon types of the landforms. So this is not important. So areas which are dangerous are isolated, have less habitation as compared to areas which are rich in the minerals. So this is the sixth chapter. Then now I will go for the seventh unit. Seventh chapter is in Geography 6 Standard, 7th chapter or 7th unit, our country India. India is a country of vast geographical expanse. In the north, it is bound by the lofty Himalayas, means lofty Himalayas, the very tallest Himalayas, the, the Arabian Sea in the west, the Bay of the Bengal in the east, and the Indian Ocean in the south. India has an area of the 328 million square kilometer. The north-south stretch from Kashmir to the Kanyakumari is about 3,214 km, and the east to west extend from Arunachal Pradesh to Ran of Kutch or Gujarat, Kutch in Gujarat is about 2,933 kilometers. It is the second most populous country after China in the world. Locational setting. India is situated in the northern hemisphere. We are discussed in previous class. So the Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree north, that passes almost halfway through the country. From south to north, mainland of India extend between 8 degree 4th north and 37 degree 6th north latitudes. Then west to east, India extends between 68 degree 7 east and 97 degree 24 east latitudes. We have discussed latitudes and longitudes also in previous class. So the local time changes by 4 minutes for every 1 degree of the longitudes. The sun rises 2 hours earlier in the east, Arunachal Pradesh, then in the west, Gujarat. The local time of longitudes of 82.5 degree east has been taken as the Indian Standard Time, which should passes in the Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh and some states, southern states also. India's neighbors and administrative divisions. India shares its border with 7 countries, mainly are Pakistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Maldives. But actually, there's the largest border with shares with India is Bangladesh. That's the main thing. Then Sri Lanka is separated from India by the Fox Strait. India is a vast country for administrative purpose. So the country is divided into the 28 states and 8 union territories. New Delhi is the capital of the India. So before 29 states, through the state of Jammu and Kashmir State Reorganization Act, Jammu and Kashmir was divided into the 2 union territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. So the union territories became 8 now. States are decreased 28 present now. Rajasthan is the largest state. Everyone knows Goa is the smallest in area in terms of the area. Physical divisions. India is marked by the diversity of the physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, coasts and islands. In the north are the Himalayas, meaning the abode of the snow. Himalayas because full of the glaciers. The Himalayas are divided into 3 main parallel ranges. The Greater Himalayas or Himadri, the Middle Himalayas or Himachal, then Shivalik, that is the foothills of the Himalayas. The northern Indian plains lie to the south of the Himalayas. They have alluvial deposits made by the Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra and their tributaries. That's very good for the cultivation because rich in the minerals. Every time is rivers are deposited, no, so many times rivers were flooded and through the deposition also increases minerals. In the western part of India, in the Great Indian Desert, to the south of the northern plains lies to the peninsular plateau. It has the Aravallis, Vindhyas, Satpura ranges and the Narmada and Tapti rivers. The western Ghats and eastern Ghats also there. Just for I will say reading the topics. Next classes we will discuss, explain. Briefly we can discuss in the next classes. So west of the western Ghats and east of the eastern Ghats lie in the coastal plains. Then the eastern coastal plains and the western coastal plains, they are located here. The Sundarban Delta is formed where the Ganga and Brahmaputra flow into the Bay of the Bengal. There is the largest Sundarban Delta is located in Bangladesh but extended towards the in India is also, but in India largest in West Bengal. The 2 groups of the islands are also form part of the India. One is in Lakshadweep Island in the Arabian Sea, then Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of the Bengal. So this is the 7th chapter geography. Our country India is completed. So that's all for today. So let's see in the next class. Thank you so much for listening my class.